Probably all that number.
Cruising up by 89, we're almost to the exit where we're meeting Oliver, picking up his Fairmont, throwing that in the trailer, headed up to Napierville Dragway, see if we can break into the 8's. I'm pretty hopeful, pretty confident that we can get a high 8 out of it. I think the power's there. It's just a matter of if we can get it to leave hard enough and make it happen down through the track. So we're gonna find out. We made it. I found him. Nothing to it. It is a ghost town today. We're really pumped that it's like empty here so that we can just kind of hot lap and test all kinds of stuff and not be limited to like 4 or 5 runs throughout the day where we really have to make sure they all count. This is awesome. We got all day to actually test and tune and do exactly what we want to. Couldn't be happier. Was that 10.81 or 10.91? 10.91, 131, 136. I can't see this pole. All right, made some two-step changes to the type of two-step. We're having issues where it's not turning off until like 16 to 20 miles an hour. It's getting out, but it's staying on the two-step limiter until it shuts off. We have that inputted into the CAN module, and then the CAN module speaking to the Terminator itself. So I don't know if there's a delay within the CAN process and communication there or not. We might end up just turning that right off at some point, but we're trying some stuff beforehand before we completely give up on it. So we'll see if this makes it any different. It's a little better, but not great. Turn the boost up a little bit too. Yeah, 10.07, 134. There we go. Yep, found it. Fixed our issue. Let's go. New PB, buddy!
We didn't even leave on any boost.
No.
I need that table back,
Yep.
but it worked.
Finally got our two-step dialed in, get that delay out of there. Left so hard, knocked the change out of his pocket. To try and make a long story short, our issue that we were having in the beginning of the day with the car kind of staying on the two-step too long after the foot brake was released and the light would drop, we were having an issue where the CAN module, its broadcast rate to the Terminator itself was set too low. So essentially the CAN module receives an input signal that, hey, the brake is depressed. It then tells the Holly Terminator, hey, the brake is depressed. The Terminator goes, okay, this is the signal we're using to enable the two-step. We could get on the two-step, and then when we would let off of the foot brake, the CAN module was still relaying that the brake was depressed for anywhere from 2 to 6 seconds, depending on the timing of everything with that broadcast rate setting the way it was. We essentially just had to change that broadcast rate setting to 100, and I believe it's a hertz scale. I'm doing this after the fact, this voiceover here. Anyway, change that, we're good to go. As soon as we let off of the foot brake, it drops a signal, everything's fine. The other thing we were running into was it was a little windy this day, so we were encountering a little bit of chassis instability and wavering at the top end. Decided to hook the sway bar up, cured all of that, and back to the action we went.
So we'll do that new two-step 2800 RPMs.
Yep, with the tables back in it.
I have timing and fuel for the two-step added in, and then our boost. We're doing boost by gear for the first time.
Yep.
So we're launching on what's 25 pounds of donut, will be about 12 psi in first gear.
Yep.
And then second and third, we're just going up slightly to about 30 pounds, which will probably give us 14,
Yep.
15 pounds boost.
Yep. Yep.
And then everything else is the same, so we'll see what it does. And if we can launch with a little boost.
If it takes it all, then we're going to about double all them numbers.
Got it.
That felt good.
Oh, 9.1, 155.8. Ah, almost the 8.
You want a ride?
Hey, can I get a ride? Buddy,
What do we got?
9.1 at 155.
Let's fucking go, dude.
We're right there. Going for an 8, round 2. A little more boost, another degree of timing. A little higher on the two-step. See what we get.
On the limiter. That's all she got.
896 at 158. Correction. 896 at 150 even. So we lost 5 miles an hour, but we short shifted first to try and get it to pull a little bit higher boost farther out, yada, yada, yada. Still an 8. How'd it feel?
On the limiter.
Really? Yeah. That's why we lost mile an hour then.
Yeah.
We're down 5 mile an hour. 896 at 150, baby. Let's go. Buddy's got fans. So our fastest pass of the day was 896 at 150. Previously, we ran a 9.1 at 155, but as we started hitting things a little bit earlier and a little bit harder, we're running out of gear. We timed it in the Holly, and at 7.4 seconds into the run, we were on the limiter. So coasting that last second and a half, or not necessarily coasting, but on the limiter the last second and a half, we're still ran an 8.9. So there's a lot left in the car, and we were still at like 20 psi peak, and on the dyno we pushed it to 25. So there's plenty left in it. Timing's still relatively soft. We're looking forward to going back. We're just, little by little. This is only our second day out in the car at all. So we're pumped that we've had 2 successful days making progress. We think we can get an 850 out of it if we can get it to leave a little bit harder and actually make it to the end without hitting the limiter. Downside is we either have to go to a taller tire now, or we have to try and make a gear change. We can't really fit much taller of a tire without going with tubs and stuff, so we're not sure what the direction we're going to go yet. We should kind of start thinking about safety stuff instead of just trying to go faster, because it's still just a bench seat. There's no cage, there's no chute. We're on disc brake conversion, sure. Rotors are starting to show some heat pretty well. We're just doing it, you know? We're just out here doing it for fun. So we'll see. Probably go with some safety gear and then try and turn it up again from there and just see what we get.